They say no pain, no gain. Well, do you know what else? No pain, no deal. On this video, I'm going to share with you the biggest reason you're not getting your next rent-to-rent deal. I'm Simon, rent-to-rent specialist and mentor, and over the past 5 years, I've spent all my time mastering rent-to-rent. I've done and been part of hundreds of deals, and I set up this YouTube channel to give back and to deliver content that I wish was available when I started. And I've been looking at the YouTube stats lately, and I can see only 50% of you are currently subscribed to the channel. Now we're growing, but I'll be honest with you, the more of you that subscribe and support, the more I want to invest in this channel, the more time, the more money, the more effort. So if you are enjoying this content, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell, put all so that you get notifications, and I will see you for weekly content. So look, it doesn't matter who you are. You can be any company in the world. You've got to make sure that you know your customers' requirements, demands, needs, and then you supply them. And in rent-to-rent terms, the biggest mistake I see is people just going out there saying, oh, I'll guarantee your rent, 3 to 5 years, free cosmetic refurb. And they're just pushing the offer onto the person without ever really understanding the pain. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 key questions that you must be asking your landlord to fully understand their situation, get to the pain, and then, and only then, make your offer. So question number 1 that you must ask your landlord, and that is, how long have you been trying to let the property? All right? How long have you been marketing it? Because that's going to be a key driver as to their level of pain. If they say, I've just put it on last night and I've had 20 inquiries, you know what you're dealing with. You know that they're not in a position of pain at that point because they've got loads of inquiries, they've only just put it on, they're happy to sit and wait. On the other hand, if they turn around to you and say, well, to be honest with you, it's been on 6 weeks, we've had a few people apply, but they didn't pass checks, as you can see, you're going to start to find more pain. And what a lot of people do incorrectly is they stop at that. So you say, how long have you been, how long has the property been empty, or how long have you been marketing the property? They say 3 weeks, and you say, okay, cool, and then you move on. No. That's when you need to dig deeper to understand this stuff. That's when you need to say, damn, okay, cool, well, why is that? Have you been doing it yourself, or you work with an agent? What has the caliber of applicants and viewings been? How many viewings have you had? How are you finding it? What else have you got going on? Have you even got time to do the viewings? Okay, cool. And what's the situation like? Have you got a mortgage? Is the mortgage payment nearly due? That's when you dig and you find out pain. But more importantly, you find out key motivators and you find out the problem so that you can solve it. Because guess what? If I say to you, I'm not in a good place today, and you just say, oh, okay, cool, and move on, you're never really going to be able to get down to the root of what's bothering me, and therefore, guess what? You can't help. So that's question number 1. Simple one, but effective. How long has the property been empty? Or, how long have you been trying to let it? And then you dig. And trust me, when you find it, you will know, because they will share it, and that's an amazing place to be in, not just in terms of your offer, but also in terms of rapport, because once someone shares with you, of course, they warm up to you. The second question you need to ask every single landlord, all right, is, do you manage the property yourself? Because then you can start to gauge the temperature, because then it's like, yeah, I do manage the property myself. How do you find that? Yeah, it's fine. Okay, cool. Well, is it much work? And you've got to dig, because once again, if a landlord says, I manage the property myself, it's fine, and you stop there, you've lost a huge opportunity, because why would they want you to manage the property and sacrifice some of their rent if you don't make them share the fact that they're not enjoying it? And to the flip reverse, if we flip that on its head, then if they're like, yeah, I enjoy it, I love it, this is my full-time thing, I've done it for 10 years, I do it for my friends, it's my passion, then clearly you don't need to be talking about doing all the management and maintenance, because that's not going to appeal to them. So then you start to amend your offer, and maybe you start targeting on the level of rent, or the length of term, or the level of client. So you need to unpick that. And what you're looking for here is, yeah, you know, the last tenants didn't pay and it was a bit annoying and we had to go court. And, you know, I don't really want that again. And, you know, what else about the management have you struggled with? Well, you know, I live an hour and a half away, so when there's maintenance issues, I find myself coming down here and that takes a bit too much time. I see what you mean. So you need to dig into that, okay? Who manages the property? How do you find it? And last but not least, and there's tons of these questions, I could go on and on and on and on, but for the purpose of this video, I'll share 3. A great question I like to ask is, what would be the ideal scenario? Really powerful question. What would be the ideal scenario in terms of tenancy, length, rent, type of tenant? What would be your perfect scenario? Because once you know that, and you once again dig to unveil the full picture, then you can then try to offer it. Do you know what I mean? It's not brain science, but this is the stuff that they don't teach you on the courses. And this was one of the reasons why I started this channel when I put out so much content, because I was like, when I started, I had to figure out all this stuff myself through doing it. And now I want to share it with you. So do me a favor. If you found this useful, just type yes in the comments below, because guess what? The more comments we get, the more interaction we get, the more YouTube knows to show and share this with other people that want to get deals just like you. So do me a favor. If you're finding this useful, just type yes in the comments. So that's all from me. I hope you found it useful. Any questions you've got, hit me up. Also, feel free to hit me up on Instagram @SimonSmithOnline, and I'll see you in the next video.